Incredible LEGO train models designed by fans that could become real LEGO sets. These are mind-blowing LEGO ideas projects you should support right now. Get ready to see some of the most fantastic LEGO models, like the Ascensor da Bica, get transported to Lisbon, Portugal. This funicular train is a landmark of the city, but to make it even more authentic, the designer included a whole street scene, making the model feel very much alive. The base is very detailed. It includes a sign and a miniature funicular. The funicular in itself is very well detailed. First off is its size. This model is quite wide. It also is very detailed. I mean, look at the pantograph, for instance. The two building facades just look great. There is a cafe, nothing better than getting a coffee in the morning and watching the trains going by. The blue building is also better in my opinion. I like the railings, for instance. Next up, we have an unique yet unexpected idea, the mini micro Crocodile locomotive. LEGO fans, is the Crocodile one of your favorite LEGO trains? What if it was smaller and narrow gauge? Well, the designer answered that question by making this genius LEGO model. The designer has mastered the art of attention to detail. Look at the amount of small pieces. Every part of this model feels incredible. It's just jam-packed with a lot of care. The narrow gauge tracks are also cool looking. This 582-piece model is small, but it is outstanding. You should definitely consider supporting this project. LEGO Ideas is a place where LEGO fans can upload their genius ideas. If such projects get 10,000 supporters, they might become a real LEGO set, if LEGO approves it. So these designers need our help. Supporting a project might seem simple, it's just clicking a button. But more on that later. LEGO doesn't have a dedicated trains theme, at least anymore, so maybe if we support these projects, more LEGO trains will get made, and that's why your help is so crucial. So our next project is Railway Keeper's House. This is a great combination of architecture and railroading. This set feels like a railroading model from maybe Merklin or Lionel. This project is quite unique. It's also heartwarming as it's dedicated to the designer's grandfather, who used to work on the railroad. This 1860 bricks model is very detailed. Let's take a closer look. First is the nice signal box outside. It's mega realistic. The keeper's house in itself is awesome. The base features those masonry bricks which add an extra touch. The second floor features this beautiful door and nice windows, but the fan favorite part is the interior. It features all those classic railroading details that fans will appreciate. So this is something every LEGO city needs, so consider helping this one. Next up, we have a historic railroading model, vintage train exhibit. This model will take you back to the past with a very nice exhibit overhaul. I like the landscaping the designer made and also the accessibility of this model as there is a ramp. The model also features this sign, which is very cool looking. The rail car in itself is very detailed. The designer described it as a fine dining car with a fantastic color scheme that feels very retro. This is a great model for fans of the railroad. I also like the small details, and the best part, this is a modular style building. It can fit onto your LEGO city, if this existed of course. Speaking of nostalgia, next up is the Alpine Express train wagon. Now, the LEGO Crocodile Locomotive is a very cool set. Unfortunately, it is missing something. Coaches. But what if you could have appropriate looking coaches for the Crocodile? Well, the designer took this challenge and designed this model. Inspired by some iconic Swiss trains, this is a 7 studs wide wagon to communicate with the Crocodile logo, since she is also 7 studs wide. This results in a very unique but nice model. The colors are great. The dark blue and beige go well together. There are also some gold accents. Even the doors open up, so this is already better than some LEGO City train sets. But that's not all, as there is also an interior, and personally I think it's quite first class looking. It's very posh. The designer used these cupcake pieces as lamps and did a nice job with the furniture utilizing different pieces. There is also a bar inside. Next up we have a quite square model, the Great Train Robbery. This model features a very charming train with a locomotive, tender coach and a cargo wagon, but this train is transporting gold, and since this is the Wild West, this model is about to be robbed. But will you protect this train against the bandits? The locomotive is quite bulky. It reminds me of a toy train. The gold wagon is also quite exposed, which is not good in this case. The passenger wagon is quite nice as well, cowboy. So, are you ready to protect this train, prospector? Next up is the tallest roller coaster, as of now. The Kingda Ka roller coaster, located at Six Flags Great Adventure. This roller coaster has been thrilling riders for almost 20 years. It took the record for tallest and fastest, but since then it lost the fastest to Formula Rossa and is about to lose its record as the tallest roller coaster as well to a ride in Saudi Arabia. The designer recreated the coaster cars and a piece of track, so this model works like a bookshelf display. Some of the cool details are the restraints and the upstop wheels. This coaster train is quite outstanding. Next up is the Mavi Class 424 large-scale model. This is a quite cool looking locomotive that made its way through Hungary back in the day. This massive locomotive is quite famous and iconic for the century. It's also a mega-size model for LEGO fans. For example, look at the amount of gauges and gears inside. It also has a lot of wheels, so this is a great model for fans of the railroad that you should definitely support. But how? Well, supporting a LEGO project might seem easy. Just click a button, right? Well, what if you could do more? What if we could not only support but help the designer? Show the designer that he's not alone. He also has our full support. Well, we could share this project on social media or promote it to friends and family. This helps the project get more attention and maybe will someday become real. Next up we have some famous rail replacement bus, the Bus Central. Designed by one of my favorite ideas designer, I'm absolutely stunned by the designer's attention to detail. The tour bus looks great, it's double-decker, which makes it quite special. The only downside is that it's a bus, not a train. The station is quite cool looking with 3 big arches and a rooftop. There's also Anna Coffee House, not to be confused with the Japanese airline. So this is an outstanding model for LEGO fans. Then there is Countryside Old Train Station. This model is very detailed. It features a great ornamented train station and it's a fantastic model. It looks great. The clock looks outstanding and features a flag on top. There's also this coat of arms here. The interior features a ticket office, a coffee shop and a waiting area. And the most realistic thing, all the passengers waiting on the platform. The minifigure selection is quite good, by the way. So my friends, we have taken a look at incredible LEGO train models designed by fans, like you and me. But if you want to see more LEGO trains, well, click one of these videos on the screen right now.